The stakes could not get any higher for Michelle Angel and the Seattle Mist, while Dakota Hughes, Lauren Ziegler, and Dina Wajowski may be playing in their final game. Next!
Nothing like a strong woman that takes what you want. That's powerful.
We make history when you step on that football field.
Now's the time to release that anger, that pain on them. Do you believe in miracles? They don't deserve no mercy. Them getting put down or they get laid down.
The most successful people in life have failed. We have failed.
Everything we've ever asked for is right in front of us right now. So let's get it.
A look at Pike's Place Market as LFL football night comes to Seattle. Welcome inside the broadcast booth. Tonight, a tale of two teams. One a win away from advancing to the Western Conference Championship. That would be the Seattle Mist, while the other will play in its final game of the 2018 season tonight. That is the Atlanta Steam. With that said, I welcome in my broadcast partner, Bobby Huco. Now, Bobby, we talked about the Seattle Mist. They had a mass exodus of key free agents that went to Nashville, a complete overhaul of its coaching staff, and yet they're one win away from going to the Western Conference Championship unbelievably. The Atlanta Steam, well, they probably had the most disappointing of seasons when you consider the amount of talent on this roster.
I'll start with Atlanta. If this is truly the ride into the sunset game for their three stars, quarterback Dakota Hughes, Lauren Ziegler, and Dina Wajowski, their legacies will be affected. Don't get me wrong, they're great players. In fact, Ziegler made the Hall of Fame, but all three of them did not win a Legends Cup. They didn't win the championship game, and years down the line, it will affect their legacies.
Now, what about the Seattle Mist? A lot of people think they're overachieving at this point.
Absolutely. Eric Bellamy is doing an incredible job. Their head coach. That team was left nothing. People left them for dead this year. He rallied the troops. They're playing at a high level, and nobody in the LFL is playing at a higher level than quarterback Michelle Angel. She is on fire right now.
Angel's definitely slinging it around. In fact, let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. That's really what's on the line tonight. You could see both the Los Angeles Temptation and the Seattle Mist are chasing one another for that number 2 seed in the Western Conference. Obviously, Austin is in at the number 1 seed currently. So that is your Western Conference playoff picture. Seattle, it's simple. Win and you're in. If Seattle loses, Los Angeles is in. Now, let's talk about the Atlanta Steam. Here's a team, you talked about it, the triplets. They're on the verge of retiring or at least not playing together anymore. Our own Heidi Golznick, the sideline reporter, decided to sit down with them and talk about their journey in friendship throughout the LFL.
Ladies, what are you guys going to miss the most about playing with one another?
Like, do you want the waterworks immediately or later into this interview? But, I mean, part of this is just a sisterhood. I didn't grow up with having any other sisters or heavy female influences. I grew up with just my father. So, I mean, honestly, it's just going to be that vibe, that energy that I get and feed off of them and take into, like, my day-to-day off the field as well. Because, you know, I love them. I mean, at this point, there's as much family to me as my normal blood is.
For me, I mean, I've played sports my whole life, but I've never had a bond quite like this. So not only are you walking away from your best friends, but your sisters, but this is something that I'm gonna have these people in my life for the rest of my life. So it's almost like I'm not walking away, just the sport it's not something that we're gonna do together, exactly. Yeah. But these people will be at my wedding, these people will be at my baby shower, so.
Same. Hosting the parties, because that's what I'm good at.
I was doing fine until she started crying, but you know, it's the same thing that they said. This is what makes it fun for me. I could come out here and play ball and be competitive, but when you can do it with your best friends, it makes it a little bit more special. So, I mean, there's a reason why it's not just me going out or it's not just her. It's a collective unit. So. If that doesn't speak volumes about our relationship, I don't know what will. So, it's something that I'm so glad that we were brought together because of football, and we'll take that for the rest of our lives. You know, it's a fun story to tell somebody, but I'm super grateful for it, and we'll have it forever.
With all three certainly disappointed to have never won a Legends Cup together, you clearly get the sense that they don't regret anything, as they've really enjoyed the journey, and they now have lifelong memories, a tremendous bond, and a friendship that's more like a sisterhood. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Heidi. Certainly a lot of great memories amongst the triplets. They are down to their final game in the LFL, while Michelle Angel and Seattle have their playoff hopes on the line. Next, back to LFL football night in the famous fish toss as we welcome you to Seattle, Washington. Before we get underway, let's go down to the field with Heidi Golznick.
It has been said that there is no greater, more passionate, nor truly dedicated fan base in the LFL than the Misfits here in Seattle. Lauren Sandretsky, or Big Low, as he is more affectionately known throughout the entire Seattle sports scene, has been a Misfit since day one. Big Low, to see so many former Seattle Mist players desert this team for another team, including the entire coaching staff, how special is it for you fans tonight to see these remaining players who stayed so loyal rally around one another and still be in the position towards a Legends Cup championship?
As sports fans, we realize that it is a business and that these girls, they have to have opportunities, so they take their opportunities and they get them. Thank God we kept a couple of girls around, and we're in the opportunity to where we can be in the playoffs after a win tonight. So I'm really thankful that we got the girls we do.
Thankful for the players that we've got tonight. Back to you guys.
You gotta love Big Low. The loyalty to these fans up here is unbelievable, and it's amazing the Mets have a chance to defend their title this year.
Now we get our first look at Dakota Hughes. Not the normal numbers we're used to Hughes, but they've kept it on the ground here in Atlanta as they open this game 1st and 10. They're gonna go to the air. Hughes connecting. That is Lauren Ziegler. A nice looking 6-yard reception. Let's meet Atlanta's starters.
Brittany Dimry, tight end. Dino Wojcicki, your center. Jessica Salazar, tight end.
Jolie Fazakai, wide receiver.
Lauren Ziegler, wide receiver. Ferrari Harris, D, running back. Dakota Hughes, quarterback.
I wouldn't be surprised if you saw that connection all night long, since this is their apparent last game playing for Atlanta. Hughes going to Lauren Ziegler.
That is Ziegler, her second touch of the series. That'll be good enough for an Atlanta first down. And now we got some chippiness back and forth. That is Salazar and Stacy Jackman going after one another. Meanwhile, let's get back to the game and look at the starters for Seattle.
Kiera Williams, corner. Ashley Baker, corner. Christine Cortez, strong safety.
Kara Bryant, free safety.
Savannah Wood, middle linebacker.
Stacy Jackman, defensive end.
Ashley Dixon, defensive end.
This game is simply going to come down to the middle linebacker, Savannah Wood. Can she control the Ferrari, Christelle Harris?
This is Dakota Hughes going to elect to keep it herself. Wow, what an open field tackle that time by Kara Bryant. And now Dina Wojcicki and Dakota Hughes going after Bryant. That looked like a clean tackle to me.
That was a clean tackle. In fact, Hughes went after her. She was showing her teeth on that run, trying to run through Bryant. And then, of course, Wojo comes in throwing punches.
We've got a replay, and they're mic'd up. Let's listen in.
I have never seen Dakota Hughes this fired up. She is lit tonight going after people.
You could see there's a different emotion in Dakota Hughes tonight. That's an inside handoff, Jessica Salazar. A great run, a 10-yard run up the middle. That'll set up Atlanta 1st and goal at the Seattle 10.
Offensive coordinator Mark White, he told me he wants to include Salazar a lot more in this offense. She has a lot of skills that they can use, and right there on an inside Y under, big gain.
This offense can beat you with a lot of horses. We saw Lauren Ziegler with the first 2 touches. Certainly Christelle Harris and Jessica Salazar. This is Hughes back to pass, wide open. Touchdown Atlanta. Jessica Salazar really making an impact on this opening drive.
Great call by offensive coordinator Mark White. Watch this scissors route. If the guy comes in on a post, and then on the corner route, you got Salazar. Kiera Bryant way late getting over there, wide open, touchdown Atlanta.
Y'all let me fucking coach and shut the hell up.
That's Eric Bellamy, not happy with his defense, who's really struggled. A defense coming in the worst rated defense in the LFL. This is the extra point attempt. That is Christel Harris cannot get the edge.
Hey, we still score on their ass. Bring it. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go.
Dakota Hughes talking a lot of trash early, and that time rightfully walking backwards as Kiera Bryant is one of the tougher players in the LFL. And that will take us to our first media timeout as Atlanta leads it 6-0.
Defense, we got to step up, man. That was one mistake. One mistake. Again, one mistake. We keep making dumb mistakes. Instead of doing what the hell we supposed to, sit in your spot. Do your job. Don't go by what you see. Do your job.
Yes, remember, hey, one move and beat her. One move and beat her. Let's get Minnie chasing. I don't know if she's 100%. Outfit. Remember, eyes on Minnie. You don't have to go down here and attack. Let Jessica do the work here and clean up.
Back to LFL football night as we listen into both head coaches. Now let's go down to the field for an injury update.
Michelle Angel has been nursing back spasms and has been getting treatment all morning. It'll be interesting to see how far she can go. Back to you guys.
Knowing Michelle Angel, there is no way she's coming out of this game. She came in with a bad knee. Her wheel was not good with this back spasm. She's going to play through it, put some aspirin on it, and she'll go the whole game.
Angel did not participate in any of the team walkthroughs earlier today due to those back spasms. She's going to give it a go here, and that is a completed pass to her favorite target, Kiera Williams. That was complete for 6 yards.
I see no back problems on that pass. The fastball came outside, almost went right through the hands of Kiera Williams. Great pass by Angel.
That 6-yard completion now setting up a 2nd and 4. And that's a sight that you don't want to see if you're a Seattle fan. Kiera Williams, the #1 receiver for this offense, a potent offense, now gingerly walking off the field.
Williams is the fastest player on this Seattle roster. She can take the top off of any secondary and coverage. Michelle Angel cannot like that at all. Her top target going off.
A 2nd and 4, ball at the Seattle 21. That is Carter flanked to the left of Angel. Angel back to pass, looking for Carter out of the backfield. Carter becoming quite the weapon. Actually the #3 receiver in the LFL right now.
Carter's become a great plug-and-play player for head coach Eric Bellamy. You can put him at running back or put her at slot receiver. She got great hands. Use her anywhere on that offensive system.
A 1st and 10, ball at the Atlanta 24. And you can see Angel remaining in the shotgun with those back spasms. She cannot get under center tonight. A 1st and 10, fakes the handoff to Carter, wide open in the flat. That is Ashley Baker Tatum. And that's good for a 7-yard completion. Angel finding multiple targets on this drive as we meet Seattle starters.
Savannah Wood, tight end.
Nicole Peterson, your center.
Misty Gonzalez, your tight end.
Kiera Williams, wide receiver.
Ashley Baker, wide receiver.
Jasmine Carter,
halfback.
Michelle Angel, quarterback.
There is no question this game's going to come down to the gun, the arm of Michelle Angel. Can she outgun Dakota Hughes of Atlanta?
A 2nd and 3. Quilla Franklin all over Michelle Angel. And Angel now going after Franklin.
You trash! You trash! I'm about to bomb on you! I'm about to bomb on you! Make you look hella stupid, dog!
And now Angel putting the challenge out for Quilla Franklin. We'll see if she works that side of the field. Now it's time to meet Atlanta's defensive starters.
Quilla Franklin, safety. Amber Clark, corner. Lauren Ziegler, free safety.
Alfie Gore, strong safety.
Jessica Salazar, linebacker.
Keon Harrison, defensive end.
Brittany Demery, defensive end.
to stop this potent Seattle passing game. The defensive ends, Brittany Demery and Jessica Salazar, have to get to Angel.
A 3rd and 3. Angel to Misty Gonzalez for a 17-yard touchdown.
Michelle Angel, she has wide-screen vision. Watch this. At the last minute, number 14, Ziegler goes up. She reads that, goes on top to a wide-open Salazar. Great read by Michelle Angel.
It looked like Ziegler may have been anticipating help over the top by, of all people, Dina Wojcicki.
Wojcicki, not a great cover defensive player. Angel saw that one-on-one. Gonzalez just flat out went right by Wojo.
So now the extra point attempt, as this game is now tied up 6-6. This is Angel tossing it into the flat, and just a little too early for Baker Tatum.
Not a good pass at all by Michelle Angel. They tried a back shoulder to the end zone on Quilla Franklin. She was there. She just threw the ball way too outside.
So a nice looking drive by the Seattle Mist. 5 plays, 35 yards, resulting in the touchdown pass to Misty Gonzalez and tying it up 6-6. Very important that this offense keeps pace with Atlanta's offense, because I'm telling you, this Seattle defense is the worst in the league. They're not going to get stops.
Dakota Hughes is probably licking her chops when she watched the films of this defense. She can throw or run against them.
That is Christelle Harris churning out the yards. A 5-yard carry. Christine Cortez on the tackle.
When you look at the talent on this Atlanta roster, this offense, this has to be a disappointment this year, not advancing to the playoffs. Last year they made the Legends Cup. With this talent, they got Harris, Dakota Hughes, Lauren Ziegler. They didn't make the playoffs.
The Eastern Conference obviously stacked the power conference this year, with the Nashville Knights signing pretty much all of the Seattle Mist. Here's another carry by Harris. 9 yards on that one. That'll be a first down for Atlanta. Christelle Harris really coming into her own.
Her 6.1 yard average per carry is almost exactly what she had when she was playing all those years with the Chicago Blitz.
A different uniform, the same production. A very reliable back, Christelle Harris. And they're going to go back to Harris on a 1st and 10. Cortez again on the tackle. And now Harris going after Cortez.
Have she lost her fucking mind? She gonna hit me while I'm on the ground?
That is a gutsy play by Christine Cortez. The Ferrari on the ground. She takes a cheap shot at her. Wow.
Earlier we saw Quilla Franklin getting after Michelle Angel and stoking that fire. And now you've got Christine Cortez poking the bear and Christelle Harris. Those are a pair of athletes I'd stay away from. Don't inflame that fire.
Do not wake them up. It could get ugly.
2nd and 6. Hughes rolling left and now smartly going out of bounds. That'll be a gain of 3 yards.
Hughes is definitely a very cerebral quarterback. She knows what to do. She's hurt. She's still hurt from her other games, and she got out of bounds.
Yeah, you can see the bandage on the right leg, upper leg of Dakota Hughes, nursing a groin injury that's really bothered her all season.
Head coach Dane Robinson told me this is the healthiest she's been in the last 3 ball games.
A 3rd and 3 at the Seattle 14. A delayed handoff. That's Alfie Court trying to get the edge. No luck.
Up. Get up off. Shut out. Get up off. Shut out.
A lot of testiness here in the first quarter. That time, Kara Bryant going after Alfie Gore.
Alfie Gore has shown us at running back, she has a nose for the end zone. When they get in the red zone, she scores touchdowns. You can see she has 3 already this year.
They may need her here on a short down conversion. It'll be a 4th and 2. An opportunity for this Seattle defense to dig itself out of the cellar. They're going to have the help from the crowd here. This is Hughes back to pass. Buying time, lofting it into the end zone. Touchdown, Lauren Ziegler. I'm not sure what the corner did on that side. That looked to be maybe Christine Cortez, who just stopped on the play.
That was totally a busted play. Great play by Dakota Hughes getting it out there, but she's covered. She makes a great play just being an athlete. It's like a toss-up, and she went and got the football.
That was actually Ashley Baker Tatum. A horrible play at the ball, and Lauren Ziegler bails out that Atlanta offense. Now the extra point attempt from the 1 yard line. Make it a 2-point conversion from the 3. And that's Harris backing her way into the end zone, just over-muscling Courtney White.
Seattle head coach Eric Bellamy, he's letting that secondary have it right now because Ashley Baker actually had coverage on Lauren Ziegler, and then Dakota Hughes just threw up like Hail Mary, like a wounded duck. Some of the safeties, 2 of the safeties should have come over and knocked that ball down somehow.
A 6-play, 35-yard drive, taking up 3 minutes and 13 seconds for the Atlanta Steam.
Great break for Atlanta right there, getting points. That ball should have been picked or at least knocked down. Now let's see what Michelle Angel can do.
Angel and company now taking over at the 15. They're going to get a playoff here before the end of the first quarter, rolling right. And now just smartly going out of bounds and taking a shot from Jessica Salazar. And that will officially bring us to the end of the first quarter. Michelle Angel rallying Seattle, but Atlanta up 14-6.
LFL Mobile, giving you access to the gridiron goddesses of the LFL with exclusive photos, videos, live game reporting, and fan promotions. LFL Mobile. Download on your Android or iPhone.
Hey, that's how you fucking tackle. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Now, if you could get y'all to do the same shit, you coming up and going like this. I'm gonna show you on film. You come up and you shield first instead of coming up and just delivering it on her and then making the play.
I wasn't even supposed to. I was supposed to.
It's all good. That's how things happen.
Dakota scrambling, so I was like,
Yeah. Hey, remember, once again, everything in 5. Once again, identify that running back there. Communicate with your strong safety. That's when you can come back and just play coverage. Yeah, absolutely. If she's coming up and faking and filling, you don't need to play that.
Back to LFL football night. More advice from the head coaches. Bellamy liking how his defense is tackling in the open field. And Lauren Ziegler, well, she's a Hall of Famer. There's not much coaching up there.
Well, she even mentioned it. That touchdown, that was not a designed play. She even said she was just standing there and the ball came up to her and she caught it.
Ashley Baker Tatum not making a play and costing that defense a touchdown. That time Angel throwing behind Jasmine Carter.
Jasmine should have stopped in the hole and caught the football, but she kept running. Angel threw it behind her.
We'll see here. This ball is behind Carter, but to your point, it looked like maybe Angel was expecting her to just sit there. Now setting up a 3rd and 9 at the Seattle 16. Carter deep in that Seattle backfield. They're going to give it to her, breaking through the first layer, but not beyond the arms of the Hall of Fame safety, Lauren Ziegler.
Week in and week out, we see Lauren Ziegler, just one of the purest tacklers in the league. She comes up and destroys people against the wall. She's a striker from the safety position.
That's Jasmine Carter's numbers on the year. One of the better all-around backs and is a rookie, so a lot of upside potentially for number 3.
You can't punch. You can't punch. You can't punch. You cannot punch. You can't punch.
That is head referee Nick Martin telling Seattle you cannot punt because the ball is beyond the 15-yard line.
First time out of that first half, Seattle.
Seattle electing to call a timeout here on a 4th and 9. It's going to become a field position game. You don't want to turn it over on downs inside your own 16-yard line. Let's listen into that Seattle huddle.
Can I take it away a game when we take the punt?
No, hell no.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, we should.
Oh, I don't care about that. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Hey.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm thinking about something totally different.
Wow, that makes you wonder who is the coach, the quarterback, who is a very high football IQ, Michelle Angel, telling the coach all we got to do is take a penalty, delay of game, and it'll move it back inside the 15, then we can punt it.
Yeah, that's the LFL rule. The ball has to be at the 15 or further into your side of the field for you to be able to punt it. So it looks like Michelle Angel and Seattle will simply get a delay of game here.
As an old head coach in Miami, with a quarterback like Michelle Angel, 4th and 9, you're down a touchdown. You don't have much defense against this Atlanta team. I would have gone for the 4th and 9 with Angel.
Delay game, offense, number 7, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
So now Seattle can elect to punt it away. Savannah Wood, one of the more stronger legs in the LFL, will be deep to punt this. Getting back to your point, I don't think I want to turn it over on downs inside my 15-yard line, already down 8 with a poor defense.
Well, that's the whole point. You have a poor defense, they're probably going to move the ball anyway.
That is a 24-yard punt, well fielded by Lauren Ziegler, still on her feet down the sideline, all the way out to midfield. Make it the Atlanta 24-yard line. Great field position for Atlanta, so the net wasn't that great.
Right, I was just going to say, if you're going to punt it, you have to solidify the coverage lanes. You have to cover the ball. Don't let her come back all the way down the field.
What a leg by Savannah Wood getting that punt into the end zone. The problem for her, the Hall of Famer, Lauren Ziegler, was back to return it.
No coverage down there at all. Great punt, but they have great field position.
Ball at the 24-yard line. This Atlanta offense already up 14-6. Obviously a lot of time remaining in this game, but this defense has got to start digging in. This is Hughes back to pass. Open. Jolie Fezikai, one of the more suspect hands in the league, hauls in this one. A 26-yard touchdown.
The last 2 football games, Fezikai is coming into her own. You're right, she's known for having bad hands. Cody Hughes calls a streak pattern, just a straight go. Kara Bryant can't get over there, and she catches it at the high point with her hands. What a play by Fezikai.
This Atlanta offense has seen game film on the secondary of Seattle, specifically Ashley Baker Tatum, because they're really targeting that side of the field.
It looked like it was a cover, too, because Bryant was in a straight back pedal, so she has deep outside. She could not get there to cover Fezikai.
Lauren Ziegler not able to convert on the 2-point conversion attempt, so the score will remain 20-6 Atlanta.
Now she's limping. Fucking guys are the worst, dude. Hey, cover 3. How are we getting beat deep in cover 3? How are we getting beat deep in cover 3?
Yeah, to your point, Bobby Huco, that is Eric Bellamy not happy with his defense in a cover 3, still getting beat over the top.
Well, that's it. You flat out cannot get beat over the top. Keep everything underneath you, and they let Fezikai blow right by him.
So now Michelle Angel in this Seattle offense has a bit of an uphill battle. Down 14 here in the second quarter. 1st and 10 from the 15. That's White in motion. Angel, plenty of time in the pocket. Wide open. Still on her feet and almost loses that ball. Atlanta thinks she may have lost it. They're going to mark her down. That was a 7-yard completion.
Amber Clark, that was an outstanding defensive play. Michelle Angel completes the football to White, but watch number 10. She comes in for the football, just tries to strip her of it. I wouldn't be shocked if she has it. She's not, her forward motion's still going. Wow, that ball might be out.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I don't want to challenge that if I'm Dane Robinson in Atlanta, but it doesn't look like they want to take another look. 2nd and 3. This is a shovel pass to the Lumberjack, Savannah Wood. An 8-yard completion, and that'll be good enough for a Seattle 1st down.
She's got great play speed. In warm-up, she doesn't look that fast, but when the game's on, when the lights are up, she plays fast football.
And I'm not sure anybody wants to get in front of 5'9", 190-pound Savannah Wood from Covington, Washington.
No, you want to pull her down, not hit her straight on. Wow.
The 8-yard Wood reception setting up a 1st and 10. Ball at the Atlanta 20-yard line. Fullback set. That is a handoff to Carter. Jasmine Carter finally getting some touches here. That'll be a gain of 5 yards.
They're going to need her to play big to stay in this game. She's a solid running back. She's not in tip-top shape. She's in good shape, but can you imagine if she got in great shape? She could be one of the best backs in the league.
Carter did mention that she had an injury a couple years ago, and it's been tough getting back. So she's put on some weight. She expects to lean down this offseason. I tell you what, if she gets into better playing shape, I don't know that there's a better pass receiving back out of the backfield.
There is not, and she is quick. I mean, quick in space. A lot of backs aren't. She makes those little jump cuts and gets yardage every time.
That was a 2nd and 5 carry by Angel. That'll be enough for a Seattle first down.
You can see the Angel is not as aggressive with that back injury she has. She needs to get the yardage to get down. Don't take hits like that in the back.
That was a 5-yard carry by Angel. Now a 1st and goal. Plenty of time with a 14-point margin. Seattle really doesn't need to get out of its scheme, really.
Not at all. They're in this ball game if they get in the end zone here.
So a 1st and goal at the Atlanta 10. Full backfield for Seattle. Handoff. That's Carter, and Carter loses it. Stripped by Salazar. And Amber Clark gonna take it to the house. A 35-yard return by Amber Clark.
Great play by Salazar, knocking the ball out. But watch this scoop and score by Amber Clark. You talk about being an athlete. She takes it coast to coast. Dane Robinson teaches that drill in practice over and over. The girls get tired of it. And there it is. Bam, you need it in a game. Big turnaround for Atlanta.
Let's take a look at the replay here. You could see Nicole Peterson on the sideline before we go to the replay, pleading her case.
Do not call something like that and put Romo in.
Nicole Peterson could not get a block on Jessica Salazar. Salazar blew her up, went into the running back, caused the fumble, but if Nicole Peterson simply pushes her forward, that play doesn't get stopped.
Now the 2-point attempt by Atlanta. They're gonna go to their workhorse, Christelle Harris. No ball security issues for the soon-to-be Hall of Fame inductee.
How about that shot right there? 2 Hall of Famers. The first time ever 2 players on the same roster will be in the Hall of Fame.
Great to see both of them together. And we're going to go to a media timeout. Jolia Fezikai with a 26-yard touchdown has Atlanta up 28-6. Back to LFL football night. The hometown Seattle Mist trailing this one 28-6.
Jasmine Carter, you always say it's the little things in football, the little things that make the big mistakes. If she would have had that ball high and tight like a running back should hold it, that ball doesn't get fumbled, and they're going in the end zone for a score on Seattle's side.
A big turn of events with that Carter fumble. Now Angel will try to make up the gap going down the field. And that was short, deflected, and nearly intercepted. That deflection by Lauren Ziegler. The pass was attempted to Ashley Baker.
This is the first time all night you can see the effects of the back injury to Michelle Angel. Ashley Baker actually had the opening behind Lauren Ziegler, and Michelle Angel simply couldn't get the ball long enough.
That was Leanna Alston in the secondary of Atlanta. Had a shot at that interception. Falling by the wayside. That'll set up a 2nd and 10. Ball remains at the Seattle 15. Carter Frank to the right of Angel. Into the flat, complete. That is complete to Kiera Williams. That's a good sign if you're a Seattle fan. Williams back into the ball game.
Yeah, they're going to need her in the second half because with that speed, they're down 3 scores right now. They're only a quick strike offense with Kiera Williams in the game.
Still plenty of time here in the first half. A timeout for Seattle in over 3 minutes. Ball at the Seattle 21-yard line. Angel remaining in the shotgun. Dropping back to pass, buying time, now directing traffic. Finding Wood. Wood in the open field. A 20-yard completion to the tight end.
Not sure what Salazar was doing. She got baited by Michelle Angel, and she went back in coverage, so there was no rush at all. Angel could have sat back there all day to find a receiver.
Yeah, a gap like this one is not much to make up in the LFL, especially with weapons like Savannah Wood, who has become a target for Angel.
She has a lot of weapons. They just need to stay consistent. They have a lot of time the whole second half, and the second half is usually theirs anyway.
A 22-point gap from the shotgun Angel. A lot of time again in the pocket. Now it collapsing. Look at the mobility of number 7 throwing across her body. And that ball sailing well over the head of Courtney White.
You can tell Angel's back is hurting. She usually would have hit White right in the chest. She was wide open in the end zone. Angel just overthrew her.
And that will take us to our 2-minute warning in a game that Seattle is starting to see slip away. Amber Clark taking it to the house. Back to LFL football night. A beautiful look at downtown Seattle, Washington. Mitch Mortaza, Bobby Huco, and Heidi Golznig, where the hometown Seattle Mist trailed this one 28-6. Now a second and goal play, dropping back Angel, finding Courtney White, and gets enveloped by Lauren Ziegler.
Some quarterbacks, when they're scrambling in the pocket, they look like cows on ice. But if you look at Michelle Angel, calm, cool, and collected, just delivers the ball underneath to a wide open White, positive game.
Wait a minute, did you say cows on ice?
Yeah, because they're all over the place. Michelle Angel's always calm.
So there's a lot of cows on ice in Florida, is that right?
I didn't say Florida, it could be in the Midwest somewhere.
Third and goal. Ball at the Atlanta 5-yard line. This is Angel rolling right, throwing across her body, caught! Savannah Wood with the 5-yard touchdown reception.
Seattle is back in this game just like that. Great pass, great catch by Wood. Now they're only 2 scores back, and we have the whole second half.
What a target Savannah Wood presents for Michelle Angel. And I don't think you can say enough about Angel's scrambling ability. We've seen it throughout the first half. Despite the back spasms, she buys time in the pocket.
Buys time, and she has great eyes, great vision. She finds open receivers.
So now the 2-point attempt by Seattle. Angel directing traffic, and that ball just got away from her.
Like me throwing it. Like me throwing it for a second. Well, I got scared because I thought she was going to hit my arm.
Dina Wojciechowski having a little fun with Michelle Angel said that looked like me throwing a football.
Angel came right back at her and said, wait a minute, Salazar knocked the ball down. It wasn't her throw.
So the extra point attempt is no good. The score remains 28-12. Still only a 2-score game.
That shows you how quick this Seattle offense can score. They just need a couple stops by this defense.
So now a 1st and 10, a minute 19 and 2 timeouts for Dakota Hughes. They're going to go back to the eventual Hall of Fame inductee, Christelle Harris. Going back and forth with Kara Bryant and Kiara Williams.
Hey, I'll beat your ass. You know that, right? I'll beat your ass.
That was a great straight jab by the Ferrari. She gets hit to the boards, but she came back with a great shot. No penalties thrown on that punch. Watch it throw.
Yeah, you're not going to intimidate Christelle Harris. You can see Kara Bryant throw the football.
Bam! That is a great straight arm right there.
Christelle Harris still having that chip on her shoulder after being cut by the Chicago Bliss this past offseason. A 2nd and 2 at the 23, reverse. This is Salazar, make it Eliason actually. That was a 5-yard end around reverse. Good enough for an Atlanta first down.
Dane Robinson, he told me about Eliason, a great satellite player. You can plug her in at running back and receiver. Not an outstanding superstar type athlete, but she gets the job done.
Like I said, plenty of time. Clock stopped 1:04. Dakota Hughes already on the Seattle side of the ball. Now some trickery. And that ball is still loose. I'm not sure Harris got back on top of it.
That's the break Seattle needs. They can get another touchdown before halftime.
Indeed, they're going to mark this Seattle. Let's get another look at this. A trick play, back direct snap. And Harris just mishandles it.
She had hands like feet on that play, and then she didn't recover the football. Bad play by the Ferrari, the Hall of Famer, making a rookie mistake. The snap's there, just catch the football.
Watch Savannah Wood come in, number 10 for Seattle. And she just wanted it more than Harris.
Harris, she wanted to pick it up, scoop and score, but you see what happens. Seattle has the football with a chance to go in.
Seattle's had multiple opportunities in this first half. Let's see if they can capitalize here. 1st and 10. Angel crossing pattern complete. That's Kiera Williams. And Williams a 4-yard reception. We are under a minute remaining here in the half.
That's great news for the Seattle fans and the Seattle coaching staff. Kiera Williams going 100%.
2nd and 6, ball at the Atlanta 15. Seattle does have a timeout. Angel buying time into the end zone. And that'll be intercepted. Amber Clark still bringing it out.
Because I was going to sneak around and get there.
A 28-yard return by Clark after that interception.
What a night Clark's having. Watch this catch. She catches it like a receiver. You're taught to catch it at the high point. She jumps, times it perfectly, catches the highest point and brings it in for her 2nd turnover for the night for Atlanta.
I don't think we've seen Angel this inaccurate, especially down the field. I got to figure those back spasms are playing a bigger role than she's letting on.
And she will not be telling people. That's the way she is. She doesn't tell people about her injuries. We didn't know about her knee injury until we looked into it deeper with the coaching staff, but she's been playing hurt all year.
You can see Savannah Wood directing traffic. This lowest ranked defense in the LFL will be tested here. 26.4 seconds and 2 timeouts for Dakota Hughes.
What a first half by Amber Clark. Wow.
A 1st and 10. Hughes back to pass, the pocket collapsing and overshooting her target. Intercepted. Kara Bryant. Just what this defense needed, a stop.
Kara Bryant, a great defensive back, but this ball should have been caught. Hughes steps up in the pocket, and Lauren Ziegler, of all people, she catches that ball 99 out of 100 times, went right through her hands.
I thought Hughes had missed her target high, but no, that did go through the hands of Lauren Ziegler. So both quarterbacks exchanging turnovers. More importantly, Seattle getting one more shot here.
Kara Bryant, just a solid defensive back. She's got the oily hips you want in the defensive back. She can change direction on a dime. Great play.
1st and 10 at the Seattle 13. Checking down to Carter. An 8-yard reception, and that should stop the clock.
Angel going down the food chain, hitting Carter.
Oh, that's out of bounds? Yeah, we thought she touched the wall before and it wasn't out of bounds. Fuck it. Don't worry about it. We all right? We all right? No. She got hit before. They didn't stop the clock. She kept running. Dot. I got it on film. Don't worry about it. Come over here. Come over here. It's only 10 seconds. Full of shit. Full of shit. Hey, when they hit the wall, they should be out. Both teams. Yeah, suck your lip, but I got something for you. I'm going to come see you at the end of the half. That's bullshit.
Eric Bellamy, the head coach of the Seattle Mist, letting know this officiating crew, he basically just burnt through his only timeout.
He's got to know the rules. You can't say, oh, well, you did it to them. The rule is if you get hit like that and hit the wall, you're out of bounds. He just blew a timeout.
So now 8.3 seconds remain. Ball at the Seattle 21. Angel certainly has the arm to get it to the end zone. The pocket collapsing around her, now buying time. Gonna try to get it to the end zone, just short. That was intended for Kiera Williams. Into double coverage. I'm not sure I'd want to throw on Amber Clark anymore.
Well, Kiera Williams is her go-to receiver. She has the best straight line speed on the team. She threw it deep. She got thrown off her rhythm because, like you said, they finally collapsed the pocket on her. See what happens when you collapse the pocket? You throw off the whole rhythm of the play.
And I tell you what, that timeout, if you had that timeout, you could work underneath, get a stop, and then take a shot to the end zone. That's how big burning that timeout is. Now you basically can only work the end zone.
As a head coach, you simply have to know the rules.
3rd and 2, this should be the final play of the half. Angel back to pass. Floats it over the middle. Very lucky that wasn't intercepted again by Clark. As that will bring us to the end of the first half. A half that saw multiple opportunities lost by Seattle. Let's go down to the field with Heidi Golznick.
Thanks, guys. I'm down here with Michelle Angel. Michelle, we understand that you are nursing back spasms and now you're down 16. First, Michelle, can we expect you to play in the second half? And second, how confident are you that your team can rally?
I mean, injuries are injuries. They happen in football. Unfortunately, Key went down a little bit earlier. I was struggling with some things, before the game, but that's not the point. I'm out here and I'm playing to the best of my ability, so there's no excuses in regards to injury. Unfortunately, we like to come out a little flat, so we're going to be the comeback team in the second half, and that's just what we have to do. So that's how we're going to finish this game.
All right, a confident Michelle Angel. Back to you guys.
Michelle Angel resolute for a comeback. We will see as Atlanta, with a dominating first half, leads this one 28-12. Back with halftime festivities after this.
Is somebody gonna stop that shit or what? Is somebody gonna plug her fucking hole? Please do it, because I'm so tired of hearing her mouth. We gave her a break the first game. Gave her a break. Now she out here running her mouth? Man, put the wood on her. I'm tired of it.
Welcome back to LFL Football Night here at halftime. Mitch Mortaza and Bobby Hugo in a game that the Atlanta Steam seem to be embracing that spoiler role, up 28-12 over the Seattle Mist. Now, Bobby, did you expect Atlanta to have this kind of success on the road in Seattle, up big at halftime?
Yes, I did, because they always do it. Atlanta always jumps out to big leads, and Seattle always falls behind and mounts big rallies in the second half. But for them to do it, they have to develop that running game. Right now, Jasmine Carter, their star back, only has 5 yards on 3 carries.
Yeah, your number one back has got to get more touches than 3 carries in a half of football. For the Atlanta Steam, the storyline has got to be Dakota Hughes playing in her final game in the LFL and playing possessed, throwing for 3 first-half touchdowns.
I've broadcast her entire career, every game. I've never seen Hughes this fired up. 3 out of 5, 3 touchdowns, but more importantly, she got the energy to that team, and they responded.
Now, Atlanta and Hughes specifically accounted for 3 of the 4 touchdowns. Defensively, Atlanta scored as well. Let's look at those scoring plays. As I said, Dakota Hughes, 3 touchdown passes, the first to Jessica Salazar. Then finding her favorite target and best friend, Lauren Ziegler, on this 13-yard touchdown reception. To end it all, a bomb to Jolie Efezekai, a 26-yard touchdown pass. Amber Clark defensively getting in on the act, scooping up this fumble, taking it to the house from 26 yards. For Seattle, it was all through the air. Michelle Angel finding Misty Gonzalez on this 17-yard touchdown reception. Then right before the half, Savannah Wood hauling in a 5-yard reception from Angel. That brings us to our halftime score, 28-12. Let's take a look at the halftime stats.
The Seattle defense has to make some stops in the second half. They cannot allow Atlanta to have 20 or more points again. For Atlanta, a well-balanced offense. 45 yards on the ground, 55 in the air.
Atlanta is playing with tremendous energy in the triplets' final game. Seattle has their playoff hopes down to a final 20 minutes. Here we go. The second half is next. Back to LFL Football Night as we look at our 2 starting quarterbacks. Both had some success, but also threw an interception. In fact, our own Heidi Golsnick is with Dakota Hughes. Let's go down to the field.
All right, guys, I'm down here with Dakota Hughes. Dakota, this Atlanta team has certainly seen some second half collapses. And for you personally, this is your last 20 minutes of football in the LFL. How confident are you in these last 20 minutes, and what do you expect to see on your way out?
Did you watch that first half? We have no worries whatsoever. We just going to keep balling out, watch the turnovers on the offensive side of the ball, keep riding out on defense, and we're going to ride into the sunset on this one. We ain't going out like that. If we got to go out, they're going down with us.
All right, riding out into the sunset is Dakota Hughes. Back to you guys.
I am going to lobby hard during the offseason to bring Dakota Hughes back. She is so young, so talented. We're definitely going to miss her if this is her last game.
Yeah, I think she's on the verge of potentially not really having a very strong legacy if you think back. She's had some success, personal success, but hasn't won that championship. So where will she ultimately go down in the history books of the LFL?
I'm with you on that. I think during the offseason, she's hurt this year, she's banged up, but give her a couple months to recoup, and it might be a different mindset.
That was a 1st and 10 completion in the flat to Courtney White. So Michelle Angel picking up where she left off. Very accurate, except for that deep ball.
That camera angle shows you her read progression. She is excellent, one of the best in the league at finding the open receiver.
4-yard completion to Courtney White, setting up a 2nd and 6. Opposite Dakota Hughes, you've got Michelle Angel, relatively the same age and just ascending in her LFL career.
Yeah, they both had very parallel careers. In fact, Angel this year just took off. I mean, she's having an MVP-type year. And on the other side, Dakota Hughes. I mean, I would love to see her win a championship. I'd hate to see her walk away, and then 5 years later, she's all upset because she didn't have a chance.
Meanwhile, down on the field, that was an incomplete pass to Courtney White, setting up a 3rd and 6. This remains a 2-score game, so Seattle very much so alive, and like we talked about in the first half, no need to get outside of your scheme here.
Not at all. That interception by Kiera Williams at the end of the half really helped them out. If they get in the end zone here we go again. They're only a couple scores down.
A 3rd and 6 over the middle and complete. That was complete to Carter, a 9-yard gain, and that'll be a Seattle 1st down.
You would think they put some kind of coverage in. This is probably the 6th pass we've seen go to Carter underneath. Somebody's got to jump on that coverage. A linebacker, somebody's got to cover Carter.
Yeah, but who's going to stay with Jasmine Carter? She's very shifty and deceptively fast in the open field. That is a tough matchup for a linebacker.
Well, that's it. You don't think she's fast and quick because of her size, but she is.
That's a 1st and 10 completion. This time to Courtney White. So Angel just dinking and dunking her way down the field.
Courtney White, she's almost the bookend for Jasmine Carter. They have the same look, the same speed, the same hands, just great receivers, great targets for Angel. And if they advance to the playoffs, it's going to be fun to watch these two.
2nd and 5 now, ball at the Atlanta 17. White this time in the backfield. Angel rolling left, heading to the sideline, and does get out of bounds. A 5-yard carry, setting up yet another Seattle 1st down.
She is so calm in the pocket. She doesn't sweat over anything, just calm, gets yardage, gets the 1st down, moves the sticks.
There is no panic with Michelle Angel.
Hey, Josh!
Dane Robinson, the defensive coordinator and head coach of the Atlanta Steam, trying to get the attention of his middle linebacker, Jessica Salazar. This is Angel rolling right, buying time into the end zone. And they're going to mark it a touchdown. How about Jasmine Carter doing damage this entire drive?
Peanut butter jelly time. Watch the calm, cool, collect. Michelle Angel calmly finding her in the end zone, and she steals the football from Quilla Franklin. That is what a wide receiver should do. Steal the football. They both had it equally. Touchdown, Seattle.
We talked about it earlier. Jasmine Carter has so much upside. If she can get into shape this offseason, she can become the go-to target in this offense.
You have Carter, you have White, you have a deep threat with Williams. They have all kinds of talent.
And this may be a challenge by Atlanta. The only thing I can think of is, did she cross the plane?
Challenging the touchdown. She wasn't in. She didn't cross the plane with the ball.
Atlanta is challenging the rule on the field of a touchdown.
Veteran head referee Nick Martin, in his 5th year as an LFL head referee, will get a look at this.
I thought she was clearly in, but we'll see on the replay here. Great calm throw by Angel into the end zone. Super catch, she's in. That ball's over.
Yeah, you could see clearly the football is across the plane. So this should be a pretty quick review by Nick Martin and company. Seattle with a much-needed touchdown.
I guarantee if we talk to Quilla Franklin, she would think she would steal the football
After
for
review,
interception.
the ruling on the field is confirmed. Touchdown.
And there's your confirmation. Atlanta will lose a timeout, which could be key if Seattle rallies here.
This late in the game, I would not challenge it unless you definitely knew it was going to be on your favor. That was clearly a touchdown.
So just like that, Seattle now within 10 points of Atlanta, going for a 2-point conversion. Rolling right angel in the end zone. That was intended for Jasmine Carter. That fell incomplete, so that'll be our score, 28-18.
A healthy Michelle Angel, I think, would have ran this football in, but with her bad wheel or bad back, she decided to try to get it to White, incomplete.
That was a 6-play, 35-yard drive, taking up 3 minutes, 37 seconds. And you can see Michelle Angel not thrilled at not converting that extra point. That would have made it a one-score game.
There's no question about it. A healthy Michelle Angel would have ran that ball in. She only needed 2 yards. She had wide open space, but because of her injury, she tried to throw it, did not work.
So now a 1st and 10 for the Atlanta offense. They're going to go back to Christelle Harris. And Harris still on her feet. A 16-yard run. That's all they're going to do here in the second half. They got a comfortable lead. They've got to try to sit on this clock a bit.
When Harris runs the football, it's like a ball of swords coming at you.
Hey, Whitehead, can we get a hold? She grabbing the top. Come on, let's hold it.
Eric Bellamy pleading for a holding call. Not going to get it. A 1st and 10 back to Harris. Look at the wide open hole she's running through. That was an 8-yard carry. And I'm not sure you or I, Bob, couldn't have run through that hole.
That hole was wide open. That we saw Christelle Harris do what she's done her whole 8-year career. She is the best at jumping outside. She'll get through the hole, then boom, jump outside for another big gainer. She's been doing that forever.
Now a 2nd and 2, ball up to Seattle 11. So Atlanta answering Seattle's drive very easily with Christelle Harris. They're going to go on a reverse here. That's Lauren Ziegler. A 9-yard reverse to Ziegler. That'll place the ball inside of the 2 of Seattle.
Great call by offensive coordinator Mark White. Everybody in the house thought they're going back to Harris for that 2 yards. They give it to Ziegler on a jet sweep inside, and of course, she gets the yardage.
Lauren Ziegler still playing in the prime of her career. I think if there's one out of those 3 that are saying they're going to retire, that I would put my money on her coming back, it would be Lauren Ziegler. Now a 1st and goal. Full backfield, toss left. That's Christelle Harris. Touchdown Atlanta.
Christelle the Ferrari Harris scoring another touchdown, almost untouched. The blocking of the offensive line for the Atlanta team has been incredible tonight. Watch the seal block by Jessica Salazar. Opens up a huge hole outside. Then Wojo leads her into the end zone. Wow, that's too easy.
Just when Seattle mounts a drive to open the half, Dakota Hughes and company responding here. It was a 2-score game, now a 3-score game. This will be a 2-point attempt from the 3-yard line. Toss right. That is the Ferrari stiff-arming her way. Cortez.
Oh, you gotta give me that. I didn't touch him. Hey.
Christelle Harris wanting that extra point, but Christine Cortez did a really good job getting her out of bounds.
6, I'm about to beat her motherfucking ass.
So that'll be our score going into this break. 34-18, Atlanta comfortably in the lead on the wheels of the Ferrari.
When I tell you to scoot, you scoot. I don't give a fuck what she tells you. I don't give 2 fat motherfucking fucks what she tells you. That's what you fucking up at. When I tell you to get inside this person, that means I got 2 people out here. If you sit out here, that causes this problem. Do what I tell you, fuck her. She don't know what she's talking about. Tired of that shit. Do what I tell you, not what she tells you, because she ain't doing her job.
Back to LFL football night, a tirade by Eric Bellamy. Hopefully no kids around the TV set. This thing is going to come down to the wire. I think you're starting to see a little panic set in with Seattle.
I haven't heard that many F-bombs since I watched Scarface.
That's over the middle, complete and into the wall. Ashley Baker holding on. A 9-yard completion.
I really like this offense Coach Rambo put in. It's actually more exciting than Chris Michelson had over the past few years in Seattle. It's a variation of the air raid offense. He floods zones and he puts people all over, and he's got the quarterback who can make the right reads.
And it all comes down to that, isn't it? It's the quarterback play. If you've got a franchise quarterback like Michelle Angel, that really enables you to open up your playbook. This time a shovel pass to Courtney White. That'll be a 5-yard completion and a first down for Seattle. The problem isn't offensively with Seattle. It hasn't been all year. It's their defense. They can't get a stop.
Exactly. That's why in the first half I questioned that punt. We argued about that, but this defense is not good enough to stop the Ferrari.
Now a 1st and 10 at the Atlanta 21. There were times this season that the defense was so poor in tackling that they had to put in Michelle Angel, who at times has been an all-fantasy safety, specifically with the Los Angeles Temptation.
I got to hand it to coaches. They've really got this defense together the last couple of games. When you play the Ferrari, it's a different animal.
How about the accuracy of Michelle Angel hitting Wood here in stride for another Seattle first down?
Great catch by Wood. With her size, you don't think she has those velvet hands like that, but really soft, made a great catch. Again, you're right, a great throw by Michelle Angel.
That was an 11-yard completion. At least the offense is doing what it can do. And Savannah Wood has really played a major role tonight.
This team is exciting. If they don't make the playoffs, all they have to do is shore up that defense, and they're going to be there next year.
Angel that time mishandling the snap from Nicole Peterson, and all she could do is fall on it. You could see how gingerly she gets up. At best, Michelle Angel is at about 70% tonight.
Absolutely right. Michelle Angel is simply a warrior. Most quarterbacks wouldn't be playing tonight because of her knee, not her back. Now her back's hurt, but she knows to advance to the playoffs, she has to be in the football game.
A 2nd and goal, ball at the Atlanta 18-yard line. An empty back set from the shotgun over the middle and overshooting her target, Courtney White. We haven't seen any football sail on Michelle Angel this season like they have been tonight.
You can't hold, because they holding too. Everybody is holding, but you ain't calling nothing. What do you think? What do you think? We ain't being held too?
I just love watching him on the sideline. He could have a reality show, an LFL reality show.
We definitely need to get a best of Eric Bellamy wired up. I'll talk to LFL Films about that. A 3rd and goal at the Atlanta 18. Angel rolling left, directing traffic, throwing into the end zone. Caught and dropped by Savannah Wood.
Wow, Wood said it's on her. It was right in her hand. She made a great catch last time. That one she absolutely should have brought in. She's hurting too, but what a throw by Angel getting it there. Should have been 6 points.
We have seen Wood make some miraculous catches. That was one that would have been huge in this game as Seattle continues to trail this one by 3 scores.
I thought I was watching Tom Brady in the pocket, the way she was pointing the receivers and telling where to go. She had plenty of time to throw, and then she delivers a strike right where she told the receiver to be.
I don't think we can emphasize enough the confidence that Michelle Angel plays with in the pocket. A poor snap back to Angel. Again directing traffic and overshooting her target on a 4th and goal. So that'll be a turnover on downs for Seattle. That was a great shot.
Goal. You got to get in the end zone. You got to get in the end zone.
Michelle Angel telling Courtney White, you've got to go into the end zone.
I need some receivers who want to play, who know the fucking plays. I know we're hurt, so somebody fucking step up.
That is a leader right there. Michelle Angel not happy with her teammates. She thought White would be in the end zone. I thought she overthrew her first, but White should have been in the end zone. She's not happy with her teammates. That's a competitor right there.
Michelle Angel saying, I need receivers that know the playbook. I know we're all beat up, but you got to dig in. And there's nobody playing hurt more than Michelle Angel tonight.
She knows they have to score every time they touch the football because the way this defense is playing, there's a good chance they're not going to stop Atlanta.
Remember again, Seattle is the worst ranked defense in the LFL. A 1st and 10 end around reverse to Melody Wyatt. Good looking open field tackle by Stacy Jackman.
I think Lauren Ziegler, the wide receiver, might have hurt her leg a little bit. We saw her limping off the field previous. That's why Melody Wyatt's in the game. That's the same play that broke early for Atlanta.
So Dina Wojciechowski and the Atlanta Steam are down to a final quarter. Can they hold on?
When your number is called tonight, step up and make a name for yourself.
Think about all the people who doubt you, who say you can't, and go prove them wrong.
This is not about who left this team. It's not about who came back. It's about who's here right now.
Now we have to play like we've never played before, ladies.
This isn't just football. This is family, sisterhood. It's your life. It's how you live your life.
Look to the girl next to you and fight for your life. Fight for the girl who's sitting next to you in this huddle right now.
This is all meant to be. Every single one of you is here tonight because of a purpose.
We can do this. I know we can.
There's the last time I'm going to tell you that I'm going to let you down because I will not do it again.
Let them understand that we are not here to play games with them. This is our game.
Give it everything you have because all we got is 10 minutes. That's all we got.
And to start the fourth quarter appropriately, the final 10 minutes for the triplets, Dakota Hughes, Dina Wojciechowski, and Lauren Ziegler.
After watching how they're playing tonight, how did this team not make the playoffs? Unbelievable talent, but they just failed this year.
And some trickery to start the fourth quarter. A jump pass by Ziegler. That is intercepted. Ashley Baker.
What about the shot to the fucking face? What the fuck? What are you gonna call? Don't do that bullshit. Cut that bullshit out. Are you gonna call something?
Come on, man.
Are you gonna call anything? Are you serious? The shot to the face.
Shut up, man.
Baker coming up with the interception.
She just threw her helmet at her. Can I get my helmet? She just took my helmet. She threw her helmet at us. Now the bitch can't get it back.
And that's the voice of Christelle Harris saying that Michelle Angel threw the helmet at us. Let's take another look at this. That's Baker going down, and this is the helmet of Angel being thrown against an Atlanta player.
Michelle Angel should totally be penalized for that.
Better than that. I expect better.
Get back on your bench. Get on your
And now Dakota Hughes.
Don't cuss at me. Don't cuss at me.
Dakota Hughes and Michelle Angel now going at it. You could see the officials just trying to gain control of the moment.
It started with Michelle Angel throwing her helmet at the Atlanta player, and then I thought even after all the scuffle, I think a Fezekai took a swing at the head coach Bellamy.
Yeah, a lot going on right now. Nick Martin and his officiating crew are going to have a lot to work out. It looks like they're not even going to throw a penalty there. That's interesting.
How can't they call a penalty on that?
I think that was multiple offsetting penalties at least. Nonetheless, Seattle back with the football and another opportunity. That was a 5-yard completion to Kiera Williams. This Seattle team will not go away.
There's no way. The fight inside this team led by Kiera Williams and Michelle Angel. Right there, her stats, 4 touchdowns. Anytime Michelle Angel, she told me, gets in trouble, she'll throw the ball up for Kiera Williams, and usually she'll come down with it.
Is Williams 100%? That's the question. She went down early in this game, and that's why I think you've seen Michelle Angel look more to Savannah Wood as this game has gone on. A 2nd and 5 pass in the end zone. And that time going to Ashley Baker. So Angel really spreading it around this offense.
That was so close to being complete. I thought Baker was going to get it, but Quilla Franklin closed real quick on the ball, almost face guarding, and broke it up.
I'm not sure, no offense to Ashley Baker, but she would not be my top target here. I would look to Jasmine Carter, Savannah Wood, or Kiera Williams. 3rd and 5, Angel buying time again with her legs and then stepping out of bounds. That's a gain of 7 and a Seattle first down.
I'll tell you what, that was an interesting call that Atlanta did on the interception. Yeah, one of the top quarterbacks ever. Why not let her throw the football? You try a trick play, and the only way Seattle gets back in this game would be turnovers, and that's what happened.
Well, you know, our own Heidi Golsneck did call it at the beginning of the half, questioning Dakota Hughes about Seattle's second half collapses. We've seen it time and time again, and we could be witnessing it again here.
You have the Ferrari, you have Dakota Hughes, and you do an end-around pass.
1st and 10, ball at the 15. Angel just easily avoiding the rush. And then Peterson lit up by Dina Wojciechowski.
Angel bought a lot of time. I thought she could have bought more time. I think you call that a hospital ball. If you're a receiver, you don't want your quarterback to lay a ball up that high over the middle, or you're going to go to the hospital.
I think Dina Wojciechowski senses this is the final 7 minutes and 23 seconds of her LFL career, and she's going to get after it. 2nd and 10. Angel rolling right, now cutting back across the field. Still looking to the end zone. A high overarching pass intercepted. That was beautifully played by Lauren Ziegler like a center fielder. And another threat shut down by this Atlanta defense.
Angel had solid stats tonight, 20 out of 33. The problem is the 2 interceptions. That one right there shouldn't have been an interception. Wood just mistimed her jump, or she might have had 6.
Michelle Angel trying to do everything herself tonight, as Seattle's season could be slipping away. Atlanta up big, 34-18. Back to LFL football night.
She hit me with her helmet. She threw her helmet off and threw it down at me. Jolie saw it and took her helmet.
That's Dakota Hughes recapping what happened earlier as Michelle Angel threw her helmet at Dakota Hughes.
Michelle Angel, you can see her sitting on the sideline. She is totally frustrated right now. She is such a competitor. She wanted this game so bad to advance to the playoffs, and right now it's not going her way.
1st and 10, 7 minutes remaining, and why not go back to the Ferrari? Look at her in the open field, getting into the second layer of the defense, and a touchdown-saving tackle by Ashley Baker-Tatum, or the Ferrari would have been in the end zone.
That's why she's special. Going into the LFL Hall of Fame, right up the middle, does what she's done for 8 years, bam, bounces it outside, then she turns it into that home run gear, and she is gone.
Christelle Harris being honored on Friday, September 7th in Austin, Texas, site of the Legends Cup for her Hall of Fame induction, and they're going to go back to Harris. We talked about her having plenty of gas in the tank, and that's proving true here in the 4th quarter. For how many years did she wear down defenses for Chicago in the 4th quarter?
I think she was a little bit upset. She wanted to have a bigger game against Chicago the last time they played. Tonight, she's taking it out on Seattle.
Christelle the Ferrari Harris will be honored Friday, September 7th at the LFL Awards Dinner in Austin, Texas. This time, Dakota Hughes electing to keep it herself. She lost the ball but regained it.
I know, but then you were down. She was on you. Oh.
Dakota Hughes thinking she may have crossed the plane, but has that sinister smile getting up.
Hughes made a great read on the read option, pulled the ball when the DN went down. She should have been in the end zone, but great play by Kiera Williams, shedding off the block and making a one-on-one tackle to keep her out.
So now a 2nd and goal at the Seattle 2. We'll see if they go to the Ferrari here, who's had a lot of success on this drive. That is it, right into the breadbasket and into the end zone.
Who did it? Get your fucking hands over there! Fuck about my quarter! You ain't gonna do shit! Trust me when you don't want my fucking ass! Trust me! Hey, fat ass! Get the fuck up off the field! There's a weight limit here, bitch! Look at that fat! Woo! Look at you, fatty! Look at you, fatty!
I'm not sure what Dina Wojciechowski is doing.
Because she is fat. I'm 40 years old. I get abs. That bitch stands up. She's in the end zone. Don't touch her!
You're the one that instigated that crap. Quit.
What is Dakota fucking doing? Fucking retire already. Stop trying to fight.
Now that's interesting. That's the voice of Michelle Angel. Angel and Dakota Hughes have kind of gone after it this game. After all that settled, it was a touchdown by Christelle Harris. extending Atlanta's lead to 40-18, and we've got a flag here.
False start, number 17 in the offense, 5-yard penalty, retry.
So that's a false start on Atlanta, backing them up. A lot to unpack here.
I have never seen Dakota Hughes in her entire career this feisty. She's getting in fights every play. She's throwing hands, she's yelling at people. I mean, she needs a Snickers bar or something. She is fired up.
Yeah, I think the emotions may be getting the best of number 18 tonight, but she does have her team on top 40-18. That looks like Seattle jumped.
Free play. It's a free play. Why aren't you throwing it, superstar?
Offsides, defense number 20. Half the distance to the goal, retry.
Fuck you celebrating for? You're not even football smart enough to get a free play off.
Now that's mic'd up Michelle Angel doing some commentary on the sideline. She may get your job, Bob.
I'm going to tell you what, I like these two elite quarterbacks throwing shade at each other, but Michelle Angel was right. That was a free play, and Dakota Hughes should have taken a chance.
That is the extra point attempt going off the back of the...
Get her out! Get her out! Get her out!
Dakota Hughes playing like a little bit of a spoiled brat on this drive. I've never seen her act this way.
Look at me!
But again, that could just be the passion of the moment. She knows this is her final game.
Her final quarter, she wants to play her best. One of her teammates didn't know what to do, and she wants her out of the game.
Your heart's on fire tonight. I know. She didn't even look at me.
That's Jessica Salazar saying your heart is on fire tonight to Dakota Hughes. Michelle Angel now getting another opportunity, 1st and 10. Dropping back to pass, floating it into the flat. Ashley Baker able to come up with it. That is an 8-yard, make it a 6-yard completion. That's another one of those hospital balls you were talking about.
Yeah, receivers have nightmares about those kind of passes. But this late in the game, 4 minutes left, down this much, Michelle Angel has to try some rail shots to Kiera Williams or Baker.
Yeah, the deep threat in this team is definitely Kiera Williams. Carter doesn't really have the speed, and Baker is very inconsistent.
And they've shown it all year long that they can complete passes. Angel to Williams.
That dribbler back to Angel, able to field the poor snap, now trying to evade the rush. Can't get beyond Dina Wojciechowski. Angel does manage a yard, so that will not go down as a sack.
Nicole Peterson with a bad snap. This late in the game, you have to tighten up your game. You can't make little mistakes. This is your season right now.
We are down to 3:30 remaining in the 4th quarter and potentially in the season for Seattle. Rolling right, Angel again under pressure. This time able to get it off. There is no illegal grounding in the LFL. That was Dominique Jennings coming in.
She had the presence to throw the ball away, but the clock is still running. Under 2 minutes, it starts stopping. They need urgency right now. Get up on the line of scrimmage, 2-minute offense. They have to score a lot of points.
4th and 3. I think Seattle really has to focus on at least moving the sticks here in picking up a 1st down. Look for maybe a play for Carter here into the flat. Angel taking her time, dropping back. Looking down the field, nobody open. And now going to take a shot to Wood. Threw into traffic. I thought Jasmine Carter may have been open on this play. Let's get a look.
Carter was over from the start right there. Get her the football. She can go right down the sideline. Angel looking deep. Now she came back late and can't get the football over there.
There wasn't anybody within 10 yards of Carter. So Seattle is going to turn it over on downs, and Dakota Hughes wasting no time. 2:39 left. Back to pass over the middle. That'll be intercepted. That's Ashley Baker. Baker, who has struggled offensively, defensively has come up with some mega plays for this team.
When I was speaking to Dane Robinson before the game, he said if they had a lead, they're going to let Dakota Hughes call her own game in the 4th quarter. Obviously, Hughes wants to throw the football, try to score quick on Seattle.
And there's Hughes taking a cheap shot elbow at Ashley Baker. So Hughes continuing to disappoint late in the game here by her antics.
You would think it'd be the opposite. If this is her last quarter, you want to go out with class. You don't remember fighting and throwing punches and yelling at people.
Michelle Angel gets the ball back. 2:28 remaining. Seattle does have 2 timeouts. Another low snap. This one's complete in the flat. What a move. Kiera Williams just broke the ankles of Quilla Franklin.
It is fun to watch her play. In open space like that, Angel delivers a quick pass, gets to her ball. The rest is all Williams. Watch this. Bam! See ya. I'm out of here.
Kiera Williams, an unsung hero in this offense. And last year, in fact, didn't play a huge role with that 2017 Legends Cup team, but has stepped up big time for Seattle this season. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning here in Seattle. The hometown Mist still trail it by 3 scores. Can Seattle mount a rally? Back after this. Back for the final 2 minutes of football, and next week, we head to the Heartland. Omaha, Nebraska, the Denver Dream battle the Omaha Heart.
That should be a lot of fun. 2 evenly matched teams.
It'll be interesting to see if Omaha has finally made that move at the quarterback position away from Jacqueline Good.
I made a couple calls. I think Lindsay Noble will be the starter.
So 2 minutes remain in this one, and quite possibly on the Seattle Mist 2018 season. This is Angel back to pass in the flat. That is Jasmine Carter. That should be good enough for a Seattle first down, and that will stop the clock.
Even if Seattle does not win today, Jasmine Carter, she will be a great player in the LFL. She must have 8 catches today. She's all over the field. Angel's hitting her. They're a fun team to watch.
I think offensively they're really far along. This offseason, this Seattle team has got to shore up that defense. Another dribbler back to Angel. Able to recover and gets torn down.
Get the fucking snap up!
And that's Angel yelling at Nicole Peterson to get that snap up.
I think here in the second half on both sides of the football, both teams are frustrated. Atlanta, because they didn't make the playoffs, they know how good they are. That's their frustration. Michelle Angel, she came in here tonight all fired up to go into the playoffs, and then she has back spasms. So right now she knows she probably can't pull this game out.
2nd and goal, 1:20 remaining as the clock continues to run down here. Angel rolling right, completing. That one caught by Misty Gonzalez. Dina Wojcicki on the tackle.
It's a fun offense to watch. Angel spread the ball all over the field with different receivers. Gonzalez, great stats this year. 5 receptions, an average of 9.8, and 2 touchdowns.
Gonzalez was signed as a free agent from the Pittsburgh Rebellion. Has never played at this level. Really has picked up her game this season. This is Angel. Rolling left, looking again in the end zone. Now throwing across her body, caught and dropped.
Yes! Damn fucking contested!
Dina Wojcicki unloading on Misty Gonzalez, who is still down.
Wojcicki trying to put Gonzalez to sleep. What a hit against the wall. Wow.
Wojcicki has had a couple of huge hits tonight. One on Nicole Peterson that was a decleater, and that one could have been dangerous, and I think that should have been a penalty, as that was clearly a blow to the head of Misty Gonzalez.
That was very close. What a shot, though. I watched Wojo in the pregame. I thought she was eating her pregame meal. She was eating glass in the corner.
4th and goal. Ball at the 8-yard line. This time the snap back to Angel doing okay. We've got a flag here, and that ball is stripped. That ball was stripped and recovered by Dominique Jennings. We'll see who the flag is on.
On the offense, number 4, that penalty's declined. First down, Atlanta.
That'll do it for Seattle. That was a holding call on Paloma Romo.
Keon Harrison, we haven't talked about her much tonight. She had an outstanding game, number 11. She's been all over the football field.
What else would you expect from number 17 rubbing it in as the realization for Seattle is setting in their season is also over. And for Atlanta, what better way to go out for the triplets than a dominating win on the road against a quality team?
They look exactly like they looked last year when they were the dominating team that made the Legends Cup. It's unbelievable they didn't make the playoffs this year.
So now a 1st and 10 for Dakota Hughes in the final 30 seconds of her career. And look at this, Christelle Harris just running toward that Hall of Fame induction.
Ferrari, say my name! Say my name!
Does anybody have more fun than Christelle the Ferrari Harris?
She might play another 8 years. She looks like a freshman in high school, a rookie in the NFL. Look at those stats, 14 attempts, 124 yards, 29 is her long gain, and an 8.2-yard average.
Christelle Harris has made it clear that she plans on playing next year. That's a great question. Where will she end up? If Atlanta goes into a rebuild mode, which in all likelihood it will, does Christelle Harris re-sign with Atlanta?
She is the KD, the LeBron of the LFL. She's mooning the crowd right now, mooning Seattle, but that's a great point. She's not going to go to a rebuilding team. She wants to win championships.
I'm not sure where a better fit would be than Atlanta. Obviously, Chicago's now well set in their run game with Javille Thompson, so that'll be an interesting story to follow all offseason. They're going to go back to Harris. Good tackle that time. Ashley Dixon, who hasn't done much of anything.
Don't do shit. 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 I know.
Ashley Dixon coming in strong against the Ferrari. The Ferrari shooting her a bird. What's up with this game? It's going crazy tonight.
Something's in the water, because I've never seen this kind of fisticuffs throughout the entire game.
Dakota Hughes, one of the classiest quarterbacks over his career, she became a street fighter tonight.
The final 13 seconds. Dakota Hughes looking to throw the ball here. This is interesting, into the end zone. That could have been intercepted by Christine Cortez. Why not just get out of here?
It's her last game ever, allegedly. So why not throw a touchdown pass as your last pass?
Atlanta does have a timeout. I can't believe I'm saying that when they're up 40-18 with 7 seconds remaining. And that's Eric Bellamy. I know he's got to be disappointed tonight, but overall, considering what he was dealt with this offseason, I thought he's done a remarkable job.
Unbelievable job. When we saw them early in the season, we thought they may not win a game. He brought Michelle Angel in at quarterback, got his defense into tackling and playing good football, and here they are almost in the playoffs.
Here's a 4th and 1 play. Dakota Hughes stepping up, complete to Jessica Salazar. Salazar will not get in. And that is how we're going to end our game, of course. What better way to finish this game than fisticuffs down on the field? That's Kara Bryant. Bryant and Salazar exchanging some words, but that'll do it. Now, the playoff picture starting to look a little more clear, as you can see here. It'll be the Austin Acoustic as the #1 seed taking on the Los Angeles Temptation. And in the East, the Nashville Knights are in. Now they simply await either the Chicago Bliss or the Omaha Heart.
I can feel it right now in Los Angeles. The Los Angeles Temptation are popping champagne and getting ready for the playoffs. Unbelievable.
Now let's go down to the field with our own Heidi Golznick.
All right, guys, I'm here with a pair of very young retirees tonight, Lauren Ziegler and Dina Wojcicki. First, Lauren. So, this is it for you. Are you sure that you're not going to be coming back?
You know what, I'm still on the fence a little bit about it, but I mean, if Dina and Dakota don't come back, it's going to be really hard to come back to something like that. Again, I'm still kind of on the fence, but we'll see where it takes us.
All right, and now Dina, you had way too much fun out there to retire.
I know, you know what? It's really going to be tough. I got to tell you, but I wanted to sell out. I wanted to go out with nothing left in the tank, and I feel like I did that. So, got to do what I got to do. I'm 40. Shit. What more do you want from me?
So apparently this is it for these two and Dakota Hughes. We're watching them ride out into the sunset tonight, and we wish them nothing but the best. Thank you, guys.
If this is the end of the road for the triplets, it has been a good journey, one that did not land a championship, but they ended it on their terms. And you could see there the emotion down on the field.
Dakota Hughes, what a career. She came in at 18 years old, the cardiac kid pulling games out. I wish her the best. I hope she comes back, though.
So that will officially do it for us here in Seattle, where the Seattle Miss season came to an unceremonial end. And for the Atlanta Steam, the great unknown, will they rebuild this offseason? For my partner, Bobby Huco, our sideline reporter, Heidi Golznig, our producer, Victor Marks, this is Mitch Mortaza. We will see you next week from Omaha, Nebraska.